have to talk to this. Okay. For those of you who know me know that I'm really not much for giving speeches. However, I like to tell stories. So while I have a captive audience, I'm going to tell you a story. My story as a school counselor started about 5 years ago. I became the school counselor at Agar Blunt, Oneida. If you're wondering where that is also known as Sully Buttes. I started there, I was in my office, staring at my bare, white walls. Out in the bus shed. Levi knows what I'm talking about. That's where you live when you're the school counselor. Out in the bus shed. So I'm sitting out in my office, and I got to thinking, what am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't know what I'm doing. And I made the mistake of when I was talking to my mom, I told her, today when I was in my office, I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why in the world did you guys let me move to the middle of nowhere to be the K-12 school counselor? Why didn't you stop me? And my mom's just, so supportive and like, honey, it'll be fine. You'll figure it out. It'll be great. I was like, okay, thanks, Mom. I needed that. Then my mom did the unthinkable. She told my dad. My dad didn't say anything, which is unlike my dad, because usually he will have something like, well, you should have told Ashley so-and-so or such and such or whatever. But he didn't say anything. So I was home a couple weeks later. I was going to a conference down in Sioux Falls, and instead of getting up at 4:30 in the morning and driving from Oneida to Sioux Falls, I went and stayed at my parents' because they're about an hour and a half away. Saved myself some sleep. So I get to my conference and I open up my bag to make sure that I'm at the right building, and I find an envelope. And on it says, Ashley, do not open till you get home, Dad. Of course, my heart started racing, and the first thought that popped into my mind was, oh my God, my parents are getting a divorce. Quickly, I was like, no. They put up with each other for like 25, 30 some years. No, that's crazy. Then I'm like, what if somebody's sick? I was like, no, they went to wrote me a letter to tell me they're sick. They would have sat me down at the kitchen table. I said, no. And I'm like, well, so I'm sitting in the car, I'm a little early. I'm like, well, what do I do? Do I listen to it and do not open until you get home? Or like, do I open it? Either way, I'm not going to pay attention to this conference that I'm going to go to. So I bit the bullet, and I opened it up. And in it, my dad had written me a letter. And this is what he wrote me. Ashley, when Mom and I were talking the other night, she said you didn't know what you were doing, and you didn't belong. Don't say that. You don't belong, and you don't know what you're doing, because you do. You're there to guide someone who needs guiding. You wouldn't be there if someone didn't think you weren't the right person for the job. Love, Dad. My message to you, see, I did this without crying. Now I looked at Tobin, now I'm going to cry. Oh, Tobin! My message to you is I am where, and you are where, and we are where we need to be at. Because someone someplace needs something we have, and someone someplace has something we need too. Our SDSCA board is here for those exact same reasons. And I'd like to take this time to introduce you to our board.